So today we're gonna play a Ravenous Earth Necromancer, which hasn't really changed much, I would dare to say. You still have like Magic Visage, Bone Spikes, Bleak Main Horn if you want to play like Acid variant, and Basilisk Crest like as your items to go for. So let's just create a new character. I have made a Necro pet build, like generic Necro pet build, and also a more specific like Chaos, Chaos Skeleton Kabbalist recently. And I mean, Ravenous Earth has been like the go-to, like more caster-oriented, like way to start leveling a Necromancer for a while, and today we're basically playing it again just to find out if it's still as good as it was, like, you know, 6 or 7 years ago. And yeah. You noticed I just actually started playing Veteran because I kind of realized, like, over the last 2 streams that yes, Veteran doesn't make all too much sense to do really early on. And if you're new to the game, I also wouldn't necessarily recommend you to play on Veteran. But for streaming and for like people watching, I feel like it's just more content, it's better content. Like, okay, like you can't even kill the fucking first zombie on Veteran, like what the fuck is this? Hilarious, okay. I mean, I think it has to do with like your OA being a bit more important in Veteran compared to like a normal. It doesn't really matter that much early at all. Anyway, we're starting Necro, and you can't play RE right away. I mean, it's like a tier 4 skill. So we're gonna play a bit of Skellies for a little bit. We need like 15 skill points to get to RE, and then like a couple more points to put into it. So like maybe say like 20, 21, something like that points. And yeah, so that means like you should be like level 8-ish. We need like 7 levels of skill points-ish. So we're gonna switch over to RE at around levels, yeah, like maybe 8 or 9, something like that. So let me know if the music is too loud, guys. I feel like it's a bit too loud. Not sure. It's already like almost down to 0 though. Rip again? No, actually no. But I did not continue playing the Old Keeper because the current patch has like certain drops for certain monsters. Like they're bugged, right? So let's actually get a better weapon here. Jesus, fucking Veteran is brutal earlier. I didn't even know how brutal it is in Act 1, to be fair. Don't even remember it being that brutal, holy fuck. Maybe, hold on, maybe it is time to check out not fucking skeletons, but like rather Drain Essence leveling early game, not gonna lie. Yeah, I mean, with old league scaling on top, this would be even insaner, right? Okay. We're getting rid of that league scaling though, in the league. So it's not gonna be that insane, it's just gonna be the same as in the base game. Annyeonghaseyo, that's unfortunately the only thing I know in Korean, but you're welcome on. If you want an actual answer out of me, you probably will have to write in English. Or at least like use Google Translate for English to have me answer you properly. Welcome in though, welcome in. You also got one shot by the acid bugs. Yeah, the acid bugs are pretty strong too. For sure earlier. I wonder if it's like worth doing this like kind of like Drain Essence hybrid stuff. Like people say like Drain Essence also is like a lot better for leveling now than it used to be. So I kind of want to try it a bit. Not as good as Skellies. I feel like if in Veteran, like Skellies just die and you're like on your own, you need to suck something, right? But I guess you just like put more points in Skellies, they're also not gonna die as much, so Anyway, we're doing like some, I guess, just flavor leveling here. Going RE and Skellies at the same time, which is not usually something you should do. This is just a test. Radagon set with Poison Renaissance does huge damage. Yeah, that's true. That is pretty good for endgame, once you have all the gear for it. Okay, wait, let me just put what you wrote in Google Translate myself then. What did you say? I'm enjoying watching from Korea here. Oh, nice, 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 nice. Yeah, welcome in, welcome in. My Korean is unfortunately... I have zero knowledge. I can speak like a little bit of Japanese, but no Korean. Korean movies are pretty good though. There's some of them that are pretty good. Not just Squid Game, I mean there's others that are like action movies that are pretty good too. Okay, let me direct my pets here a little bit here. Right, use pet attack to direct your pets more onto the actual enemy. Holy fuck, dude. They already died, all of them. What is this? Kaizok, the final boss. He's the hardest boss in the game, right? That's what I heard. Sorry. Okay, we got an offhand. Let's use some spirit for the offhand. No, we need level 5, never mind. We don't even need spirit. Well, let's just level up then. By, for example, cleansing the shrine. Now, you have this devotion screen, which is a little bit intimidating. But there's a search bar, right? You can just write like whatever damage type you want to do, like vitality damage, for example, for Ravenous Earth. And then you see like stuff highlighting up. I'll pretty much always recommend you to like get to this 6% total speed node and Jackal first though. That's pretty darn good. But I think after that I'm gonna go for Bat. Because I mean it's pretty decent like tier 1 vitality devotion. So I'm gonna play some Bat. Holy shit, I almost died to trash. Okay, maybe this like hybrid idea is just bad. Let's go back to town real quick. I mean, you can respec everything if you want to, except for your mastery choice.
I need some time.
And once he needs some time, you can enter Devil's Crossing, and you can at least start respecting your skill points if you want to do that. Like me, for example, right now. I guess we're just like showing off how to respec now.
Child.
True beginner guide. Okay, there we go. Maybe even pulse. You want some HP as well. You don't want to like die, right? You want to like put some points in your mastery bar. For sure. Chopped out for summer, Grim Dawn, fresh hardcore builds. Yep, yep. Chubby chop chop. All chopped up. I give you a good price for a good price. How's it going? Yo, Corn, welcome on.
Welcome to
I'm doing pretty well. How about yourself? Okay, let's just like put 2 into the skellies and 1 into my mastery bar. Going forward from here. Also, once you're level 5, once you're level 5, you can use Kaizak's offhand. And you can use Searing Ember. Searing Ember gives you a Fire Blast ability, which is well better than default attacking, and right now we're only using Skellies, so the other option is to default attack. So it's pretty good for that. you. Okay, okay, okay. If you're playing a veteran, I would not recommend you to go to the cave here in Old Dump at this point. You can go there later if you really want to, but you'll probably die if you're playing hardcore, let's go lie. It's pretty high chance of you dying in there. Yo, Fabric. Level up, level up. Okay, I said like what level do I need? Like level 8, 9, something like that. So we go like 1 or 2 more levels of Scuddies and then we switch to RE, I think. And maybe let's go 2 more levels. I only stream the music on Twitch? Yes, that is correct. I've been doing that since almost forever. I mean, not forever, but like for a couple of months now at the very least, or like a year or so. Because that way, if you wanna watch me with my like typical music, you can watch me on Twitch. If you wanna watch me without music, or like you use your own music, you can watch me on YouTube. And also, in case I am playing some like music with like DMCA or whatever, like other kind of restrictions, then YouTube isn't gonna like automatically basically ban my account for like playing like a millisecond of that on YouTube. Whereas Twitch is a lot more chill with that. As long as it's like just in the stream and not like in the VOD. Over here we have Torvin, and once you have 3 necklaces, 3 of these Slith necklaces here, like these ones here, you can give him some, and he's gonna make a ring for you, which is really, really nice. Really good defenses early on. Triple resistances, very, very nice. YouTube does that? Yeah, YouTube is very strict with that kind of stuff. Very, very strict. Basically, if you have like 3 strikes, your account can get permabanned. And I already have 1 strike for literally no reason. So I'm not taking any more chances. Oathkeeper died of cringe. Nah, Oathkeeper didn't... Well, 1 Oathkeeper died, but like the last one didn't die. I just stopped playing because current patch doesn't allow me to get the weapon I need for the build, because like there's a bug in the current, like this very specific playtest version of the patch. So just like waiting for the next hotfix to get that sorted out, and then I'll continue it. Is the update with the redesigned HUD live? It's in playtest, but there is a public playtest as well, where you can, like, where anybody can test it. Hold on, let me just really quick grab the link for you. There's some instructions on how to enter the playtest over here. Welcome to Twitch. Welcome, welcome. Alright, we need 99 spirit for this offhand, which is, well, worse than Kaizox when it comes to the fire damage supporting my fire blast, but it does give me like some pet damage for pets as well. Neither of which is gonna matter all that much at this point, because we're just gonna like play Ravenous Earth after I clear this totem anyway, right? Like, we're gonna clear this totem here, or at least try to. Clear the totem. Some of these elites and veteran from the totems can be pretty hard though, so make sure your Scuddies protect you properly and you keep your distance with the fireballs. Otherwise you will also, yet again, just die. However, if you manage to clear this, Okay, we get a lot of XP. You see, like, I was almost level 9 before. I'm almost level 10. And I got like a bunch of items here. And well, at this point, we might as well just like continue on to the next Rift Gate before we respec. And by that point, we're gonna be level 10 anyway. And then we have like a proper amount of skill points to play Ravenous Earth more than comfortably. So it's just like this guy we have to kill here basically, and then we can move over to... Holy fuck, dude. I twitched in real life. The chaos bolts from these cultists with 0% chaos rest in Act 1 are actually ripped if you tank all of them. Okay, let's go back to town. Do I have enough scrap? I think I have enough scrap actually, now that I completed this quest as well, yeah. You could go down to the cellar to do the other quests. Okay. Ideally, I need items with vitality damage now. If none of these have vitality damage, then... This one has vitality damage, nice. Maybe I'll keep them for the movement speed. This one maybe for resistances. Hold on, we got a flesh warped plate mail in Act 1 because we cleared the totem. That's kind of crazy actually. It's an Act like 3 item usually. Okay, I think we can keep the rest maybe. Wait, do I need this one or this one? I think War Cheese is actually slightly better. Like both require the same level, so yeah. Still level 25, right? Okay. Does he have anything else for vitality damage? There's another weapon. I mean, we already have a weapon. Nothing else. Okay, then we just respec now. Just go respec. Always go for Salazar's Blade and Veteran. Dude, that's gonna be also a big rip.
I sense turmoil within you.
I was just reading the public testing FAQ. First bullet point, we don't need defending, we read almost everything and we can take criticism. Criticism is not going to suddenly make us flip our shit and change everything that we're doing with Grim Dawn. Yeah, they are great. I mean, there's a reason why I like keep vouching for Crate basically since I started playing their game and going to the forums and so on. Like they are... They know... I mean, okay, like obviously they're not perfect and they don't always know what they're doing. Or at least in my opinion, like not always, but they have like their own vision and their own opinion and they stick to it, you know? It's not like Last Epoch developers who rather want to like do 5 billion flippin' polls. They don't need really to ask the community. I mean, sometimes they do and like to get some feedback, that's nice, and obviously they read all the feedback and they have implemented some stuff that we also like playtesters, for example. This one actually is more damage than the green one, it's kind of crazy. Like, they are listening to the community a lot, I would say, but, I mean, they ultimately will do the decision, the final call themselves, right? And they have an idea of what they want their game to be like, even without the community as well. So we have 5 scrap, that should be enough for the side quest here. And... more important almost than anything else, Crate does not have a publisher. They don't need money from anybody really, except from the people that enjoy their games and that are gonna buy their games because the game is good and not because they, you know, do like big ads for them or have like other publishers doing ads for them, etc, etc. Like the game is... They will make money because their game is good, they will not make money because of any other like stuff, you know? I'm still or again studying. I'm doing computer science right now. I used to do like chemistry and biochemistry in the past, but I kind of like gave up like halfway on that and then got stuck with like other stuff in life. First depression, then streaming Grim Dawn, I guess. So yeah, but then like with honestly, like I always liked programming and modding games and stuff like that. So then I got like back to Grim Dawn modding and doing like some scripting because of Grim Dawn modding. And then because of that I was like, eh, why don't I just like, you know, study properly again and study computer science. So yeah, it's working out pretty well for me, I would say, so far. I'm on a good track now. A good product at a fair price. What an amazing concept. I know, like, right? Like, it's almost as if you don't have like any greedy bastards like taking big cuts from your product. Then you could actually give the people a fair product for a fair price, you know. Pretty rare nowadays, but it does exist every now and then. Hey, upgrade. So with Ravenous Earth, right, this skill can shotgun, so ideally you want the enemy to like stand on top of it all the time, which means ideally you're able to face tank the enemies, which is not always that easy, to be fair. And I'm actually like thinking whether or not like even using Jackal is worth it, or maybe we just go for Bat right away. Because you kind of need like some sustain to face tank, at least in Veteran. I feel like maybe going Bat first is better. Even though usually Jackal is like, I mean, it's never bad, it's always great, especially like the movement speed and so on is pretty darn good. But in this case, we're kind of playing like a base tank caster in a way, you could say. Like you can kite, but you're gonna lose a lot of damage doing so. I'll have to think about it. The minimum spending tree can be computed in linear time. I mean, yeah, there's also that kind of stuff. You have to do that sometimes. But I mean, you don't necessarily have to do it like every day at work. Or you can just like choose a job where you don't have to do that all the time. But I think it's still like, I mean, it's important to be able to do it at all. Even if you don't have to, or like at least that you know like how it would work like in theory. And like whether you actually use it or not is another thing. Is it like not hitting the enemy or something? I feel like I was not hitting him actually sometimes when like the projectiles were like going through him or something. That was wild. They didn't change like the explosion radius or something, did they? Looked a little weird here. Yeah, like the theory is pretty interesting and cool. Like, I'm not sure if I want to do, like,
You look well.
any kind of, like, proving, like, algorithms to, you know, conclude properly, or whatever it's called in English. To terminate properly and so on, right? For the rest of my life, but doing it, like, a bit and, like, knowing about it is interesting, for sure. PhD in ChatGPT, yeah. I mean, unironically,
You've proven yourself quite resourceful thus far.
there's probably people doing that like right now, basically, so. It's not even that unrealistic. You have a math degree. Yeah, I also studied math for like 1 semester before doing biochemistry. And was like, I mean, math is cool and all, and obviously it's like a great like baseline for everything and like any kind of science. But studying pure math, I'm gonna go crazy. So thankfully, in a way, I was able to like study math when I was 16. Like just as a side hustle, like after school. I go to university and did like linear algebra 1 and like analysis and linear algebra 2 as well. At my like local town's university. But after doing those courses, I was like, I mean, sure, this is cool and all, but I kind of want to do some more like application oriented studies. Pure statistics is keck insane. Funny you say that. My minor right now is statistics, like basically major computer science, and like integrated minor is like statistics. But to be fair, most of it was pretty chill so far. Except I have to do like one more course, and I only have like hard as fuck ones left. And I'm like, which one should I choose? They're all cancer. Math, greater math. You can do both. Also, math, greater math, right? That's why I went on to study chemistry instead first. Exactly. Physics in Japanese. Oh, that's cool, actually. I mean, first I thought I'm gonna like do math as my minor because I was like, yeah, I did really like this linear algebra, etc. Like at some point in life, it can't be that hard. And I was like sitting there and like whatever, like algebra, basically like the third algebra like lecture. I was like, do I really want to do this fucking shit again? I was like, nah, I'd rather do statistics. It's easier, right? Surely it's easier. Well, it was easier until it wasn't, to be fair. It was easier until it wasn't. But to be fair, like, it was easier for, I would say... I mean, I only had, like, what? Like 6 or 7 courses in statistics overall. And out of those, say, like 7 courses, I would say 6 out of them were easier, so it's only like 1 that's like giga hard that I still have to do, but the rest is like, yeah, fine. Yeah. 6, 7 courses, exactly. I have to pause the game to do hand thing. Like, I had like 6, 7 courses, right? Haha. So funny. Sometimes I think I'm 12 years old, sometimes I think chat is 12 years old. Sometimes we all are, I guess. Time to unfollow. Fair, fair. It's a legit concern. 12, more like 9. Yeah, 13 in May, by the way. Okay, you don't want to like spam your fireballs too much, right? Because you always want to like have energy for a Ravenous Earth, and ideally you also don't want to miss your Ravenous Earth. Like, what the fuck am I doing here? We could apply like a fireball like once every 5 seconds or something like that, just to like reapply some burn here maybe. Holy shit, veteran is cringe. He's not even half HP. I have my skill max, dude, what do you mean? Wait, I'm not hitting. Wait, did they change how this hitbox works of this shit? I feel like I'm not hitting him when I'm like actually putting it on his face. Did they actually nerf RE? By making it no longer being able to point blank shotgun? Like, it's not hitting him here, right? Hold the phone. Now it was shotgunning him. What? It works like half the time only. What even? I'm 100% sure, like 5-ish years ago, this would have always shotgunned him. That's weird. That is so weird.
Oh, hello, traveler.
That is weird as fuck. Okay, continuing on, I'm gonna like put, I think like 1 point into Spectral Wrath for the like additional damage as well as like resistance reduction. Whenever I'm getting hit, right, I'm like applying a curse on enemies which reduces their resistances and also like deals some damage, which can like sometimes even like kill trash mobs pretty decently, pretty reliably. And then like 2 points in a bar until we get to decay, and then we're gonna like put at least 2 points per level in decay again. I think the Vastakarn has the 18 H rating, really. Wait, did base Crimdon also have 18 as a base as a rating?
Move along now.
You could join us. Join us. Join us now. Dumb question, but would a craft lock to run be possible in Grim Dawn? Only use what you craft. I mean, depends what kind of recipes you allow yourself. I mean, if you say you're allowed to pick up and use recipes, and then like craft the things that you have found the recipes for. And also if you were to be allowed to say like buy recipes from vendors, and then also use those that you can buy from vendors, then I would say yes. It's not gonna be that easy, but it should be possible. What the fuck? Why would you want to? I mean, it would be like just a challenge run, obviously, right? Okay, hold on. Do I still like put like 2 points here first, and then we go bat like I said first? Maybe we do that. I mean, fun is subjective, and like challenge runs can always be fun for people that enjoy challenge runs. Yeah. At least half of the stuff that like Megatron, for example, was doing on his stream all the time would not have been fun for me either, but hey, he was enjoying it apparently. And viewers were also enjoying it. Dude, it's not hitting him, right? Again, like if I planted like in his face, it's not gonna hit him. What happened here?
It's only the beginning.
Just aim better. Let's stop hiding yellows. I mean, let's start hiding yellows rather. Let's stop picking up yellows. Ooh, this one has vitality damage even. And to scrap RE. I mean, I feel like this is a bug. Does nobody play RE? Like, how can you not notice this? Wait. Now it did hit him. Like, the trash mobs, I feel like it works. Is it... No, like he definitely got hit there. depend on the model. I don't know. Maybe it's just dealing no damage. I don't quite get it. We're also playing veteran, right? So. Did they break RE, Ravenous Earth? Well, I don't know. I feel like it feels a bit weird, but maybe I'm wrong. Yo, Frosty, welcome on. Yes, Ravenous Earth. Did I ask Zentai why there are no generic RPG spells in skill trees like Fireball, Ice Spike instead of components? I felt like Ramdon has many original skills from ARPGs. You mean like why something like Fireball or Ice Spike is not a skill of an actual like generic mage class, for example? I don't know. Or maybe because they thought it's too generic. That's why I put them on components and like made them available to all classes instead. We have Pinetti. Yeah, we have Pinetti. And Crate like usually tries to have no more than like one skill per like skill template, so that like all the class skills at least are all unique to each other. I feel like the only odd one out is Savagery and Ravenous. I mean, Righteous Fervor. Like those two are the same template, but literally every other like skill is like usually a different template. Like they're all unique skills in a way. Alright, over here in the abandoned waterfront, you want to check all the strong boxes, especially the ones that have like a more yellow paints to them, so like not these white ones. Because you want to get the fabric. It would be cool if there were items that alter the component skill, like adds blah blah to blah blah. Yeah. I think so too. It would be cool. Basically like skill modifiers for component skills and so on. Or then like skill modifiers to skills that you get from affixes and so on. Like Aether missiles, skill modifiers, etc, etc. It would be cool for sure. Maybe in Grimdawn too, yeah. Inventory is too full. Or is it? And not condom all builds, huh? More powerful relics like in Titan Quest 1. Maybe. I think some relics have the interesting skills in Grim Dawn, but also many of them are just stat sticks. Imagine playing PoE1 over FoA, could never be me. Are you gonna play PoE1 over FoA? You're just gonna wait for the season? And you could.
Come see what's left of our wares.
+4 Drain Essence, eh? Oh. I mean, this has more vitality damage than like my current like 2 items combined, but I don't want to like use a gun, like invest the cunning just to be able to use a gun really. This one is less vitality damage. These are, yeah, I don't know. Kinda why are they all such low hit damage? Because it's not a caster like base, and caster bases have like higher percent values on their affixes usually. That's probably why. Okay, I mean, you want to look for resistances, percent vitality damage, and attributes like physique, spirit, or health. That's basically more or less what I'm like filtering these items by really quickly. Like filtering with my eyes, not with an actual filter. What the hell? Okay, +4 to Ravenous Earth. I mean, login. Also, please note that blue items are not necessarily better than green items. They are more often, I mean, this one is like slightly better, but more often than not, they're really just not that good. Yo, async.
Put it to good use.
So, do I just default attack now instead of firing balls?
What do you want?
Nah, he fucking fucked up, dude. You fucked up, bro. Oh, I don't have the quest for the fabric yet. So I can't end them, of course.
What's with all Have you found a good there, Warden?
I will end the Warden's life. Once you're friendly with Ellis Crossing, you can do this quest over here. Before that, she's not gonna have a quest for you. There we go. But you can already like get the items for request before even being able to get the quest, which is what I was basically doing there. Okay, also polished emeralds, you will find 5 billion of them anyway, just use them. Use them freely, and they're like just pure stats, which early game is more impactful than you might think, so it's pretty nice. Nice and cheap value early game. Okay, yeah, let's go to the cellar and just kill Warden Krieg, I guess. Imagine chilling at Devil's Crossing and watching a guy just getting detonated. Imagine like some other dude like killing a guy you knew in Devil's Crossing for a long time by casting Ravenous assholes to open up and like basically killing your like friend with shit. Yeah, sounds good. do I have my soul trousers yet? I didn't find any in-game, and I didn't have such a clutch situation that I have some in real life either yet. But I mean, that can change anytime.
Ah, we speak at
Veteran
last.
hardcore. Wait another 50 years. Yeah. For the soil trousers IRL build. Yeah. Can't wait. I heard it's pretty darn good. Okay, dude. Okay, dude. Holy fuck. Why are we doing this flippin' totem out of all the totems on veteran even? Like the hardest content in the entire game, in Act 1 at least. It's this freaking totem in Warden Cellar, man. Like harder than Warden Creek, like by far. Way harder than Warden Creek. What the fuck, dude? Dude, these A-bombs are not that squishy, are they? They are pretty fucking tanky. Definitely very tanky. Pew 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 pew. Woohoo. Okay, time for decay. In game. Yep. Okay, cool. Not even bad, yeah. Not have bad yet. Glad you said that. I died 3 times to the totem yesterday. Was reconsidering all your life choices. Nah, like that totem is legit the hardest content in Act 1. Like, not even kidding. It is known. Warden Setter totem is the hardest content in Act 1. Maybe Salazar is like on the same level, which is like an optional like mini side dungeon boss. But I would almost dare to say the totem's harder than Salazar even. And Warden is maybe like, yeah, the 3rd hardest content in the set. You could wander into East Marsh accidentally without dynamite? I mean, I guess you could wander into Gutworm, which is also pretty fucking hard. And then you could drop a dynamite from Gutworm, and then you could use that dynamite to wander into East Marsh. That could technically happen. The Crony dudes in the cave? Well, that's not Act 1, but yeah. So like, why would you wander into East Marsh when you really are at Cronley's place? Oh, the prisoner cave? Does it have dynamite? I didn't think so. Maybe it has. To be fair, it's been a while that I've been there. Because it's, I mean, it's pretty useless, that place, but... So I actually don't know if it has dynamite or not. If it does, then you're right. Also, let's spend some points. You kind of wanna... So ideally, right, you want to have enough offensive ability to always have like 100% hit chance on enemies. However, while leveling, I wouldn't say it's like... I mean, you kind of want 100% hit chance. But you kind of want to get your offensive ability not via cunning if you are playing a like magic damage dealer like this one. You want to pump cunning hard if you're playing like physical or bleeding or internal trauma or piercing damage, yes. But if you're playing like a magic damage type, which is pretty much all the others that I didn't list right now, then you want to play spirit for damage. And of course, on all builds, you also want to get some like healthy amount of physique to, you know, get some defensive ability and to get a bit more HP and to not die. So yeah, skill point distribution for a build like this would be like a healthy split between physique and spirit usually, and you only put some cunning if you need cunning to equip, say, daggers, because there will be some daggers that you want to use on this character which will require like a little bit of cunning. Otherwise you want to try to get your offensive ability from items or from skills like, for example, Spectral Binding, which give you offensive ability. Fart Hole. Now I feel like this is beyond farting, this is already like a shard hole at least. Yeah, shard hole, pretty good skill. It's only gonna be better later on when you get the right items for it. There's a rare dynamite spawn in one of the Burbage cellars, huh? Oh. I know like Gutworm, for example, who's like in the caves around like Burbage outskirts. He also has a chance to drop a, like not guaranteed, but like has a chance to drop dynamite. So there are definitely like ways to accidentally like go into East Marsh before even entering Act 2. And then you will just face death, I guess, yeah. Which is kind of hilarious. To me, anyway. Alright, 1 point DK, 1 point Spectral Wrath, and like 1 point down the bar. Seems good to me. You always want to like put 1 point on the bar, first of all, to just like have a healthy progression in your skill class, like in your class. And also to get some stats to have enough HP and OA and DA and energy to not die and use your skills properly. Also this guy is not getting hit again, like what the fuck is this? What happened to my lovely Ravenous Earth, man? Why is it buggy? Not shotgunning like it's supposed to. So conditional that a noob shouldn't run into this problem. I mean, it's all a matter of numbers. I mean, statistics, right? So, like, it can definitely happen. If it happens to, like, 1% of people, that's still, like, 1 out of 100 people. So, if, like, 10,000 people play the game, it's gonna happen to, like, at least 100 people. It's gonna probably, like, happen to more than that. And then, those 100 people are all gonna be, like, on my YouTube channel, like, what the fuck? Why did you not warn me about this area? It's OP as hell. Or there's gonna be like mad Reddit posts, you know, like shit game. Who knows? Can all happen. Can be a very vocal minority sometimes, you know. So I'm currently like placing my RE like not on the thing, but like next to the thing, because I've played this on the thing. Okay, it does, I don't know, like it feels like it's maybe like only buggy for certain hitboxes. It didn't used to be like this though, like what has happened? Okay, I'm gonna like bug report this for sure. Yeah, this is not how it's used to be. I mean, maybe it's intended, but I don't think it's intended, honestly. It also relies on not dying to Gutworm, yeah. Is he getting shotgun properly or not? I feel like he's not, right? So I'd rather put the RE like next to him. He like puts down mines when he's glowing like this orange, right? So like if I walk here, I'm gonna get sundered. We can like activate those when he's transitioning, like now. Oh, actually they die anyway when he's transitioning, so never mind. Kinda wish they would stay, it would make the fight a bit more interesting to be fair. You can always try to evade either this slam attack or the other wave attack after that. The slam attack is easier to evade. And deals a little bit more damage. The wave he's doing is gonna slow your attack and cast speed and your movement speed. So if you're using a skill that relies more on that, it's probably better to dodge the wave attack than the like big AoE slam. But on this build, I think I'm rather evading the AoE slam. Also, you always kind of like try to stay close to him, because if you're running way too far, he's gonna use his crossbow attack. And if you have like no armor and no pierce rest, his crossbow can just kill you rather easily, to be fair, so rather stick close to him. Yo, undo 6-7. GG noobs. 3 consecutive streams, holy shit, dude, that's crazy. You're like an actual fan. Almost. Hold on, Zerat's gauntlets are pretty good. I didn't know they're actually level 20, I thought for some reason they're like lower level than that. Okay, let's do this trick again, right? We right, like there's no search bar in your bag, but there's a search bar at the shop, so you can like do this. Search for vitality damage like this. If there is nothing, GG, you lost. If there is something, you just buy them back. But also, I think I want some like upgrades here still when it comes to resistances. GG, I lost indeed, yeah. So, I mean, this is... This is definitely better. This one, debatable. Let's sell it actually. Okay. After killing Krieg, what's the first thing you do, chat? What's the first thing you do after killing Krieg, after like clearing Act 1?
The Warden's defeat is a... So you must be the
Exam time. After every act there's gonna be a question. What's the first thing to do after you clear Act 1? Go to Forgotten God and get the movement skill glyph. Go to Shattered Realm. Rich. Okay, so the very first thing is, I think you go to the Forge Master and you craft some like components and stuff. For example, you can craft a relic called Equilibrium for like tons of Ellie res and like movement speed. And then after that you also can like craft some other stuff like Ward Stones, for example, which also gives you movement speed and like Ellie and Bleeding res for your metal and like your amulet. Then after that, if you feel like you're struggling with like Pierce res, you can use something for Pierce res called Resilient Plating, for example. Or even Sex Watch for Pierce and Bleed res, put it like for example here. You can use a Scaled Hide if you want to like improve on your armor. If you have some Bristly Fur left, don't craft Bristly Fur, you're gonna get some. If you don't have any left right now, it is what it is. Then you can craft Anti-Venom Salve, at least one. Now, this has flat armor, like a base armor value. Die to Crucible of the Dead for free XP, that's a softcore strat. Definitely doesn't work on hardcore. Obviously. Flat armor goes where first? Well, flat armor goes into the belt first, because belt armor is basically global armor. If I put 24 armor into my boots, it's gonna give 24 armor rating to just my feet. If I put 24 flat armor into my belt, it's gonna apply to all 6 slots, right? You can see all of them are higher now. Whereas if I put it like here, then it would only like increase my feet armor. Well, usually you would search for something like, for example, say you're like playing a fire damage build, you would choose something like Enchanted Flint to like give yourself a lot more damage. For vitality damage, it's a bit harder because there's no like big huge aura thingy for you. There's only Hollowed Fang, which is honestly kind of bad. So what you could just use instead is like something like an Imbued Silver, for example, to increase your resistances, like Bleed and Void res, or you can also use Purified Salt to increase your Aether res. Right, like these are pretty good. I think I'm gonna go with Silver here, simply because my current Void res is lower than my Aether res, even if I really have like Bleeding res basically kept.
I've been expecting.
And then also slowly but surely you wanna like start using like higher, like better components for your rings. vitality resistance from, say, corpse dust or later on soul shards is gonna be better than these, but I'm only gonna like do that once I really feel like I need vitality rest, or if I get like a ring upgrade anyway from now on. I'm not gonna like take out these polished emeralds for now. And the same for like chest and helmet. You slowly wanna get like rid of the polished emeralds, but right now it's not needed yet. So. Did I say void res? Chaos res, yeah. It's in the plastic book.
You, the three, go.
So yeah, next up we go do these quests here, or like just the first quest at least. Yo, Jim Hoppa, thanks so much for the sub, man. I appreciate it. Welcome to the Bloomers. I thought I fixed like being able to hear alerts, but I still didn't hear the alert. Fuck me, I need to try something else maybe. Oh, every time I gotta try something new. Hopefully at least my internet is gonna like hold today. My ISP maybe did something that hopefully helps my internet like actually work as it should. We'll see. Yeah, I know, you guys hear it. You guys heard it like the last like half year.
I could hear.
But I didn't hear like alerts for like the last half year or something like that. Like I know it works for you guys at least, but I don't hear them. And I don't know what changed. It just like suddenly stopped working at some point. It is pretty annoying, not gonna lie. Now you wanna choose the faction whose movement augments you wanna get. Right? You can look at all these quartermasters or these wares of Bismiel, wares of the Reek and so on, like these guys here, before choosing the faction. And I mean, eventually you're gonna be able to use all of them. But if you just wanna like go here real quick, you just like choose one faction, get like one movement augment, and then like peace out again. Then choose the one whose augments you wanna use right away. Because if you don't do the quest, then I mean, you're not gonna get any more reputation with these guys anytime soon. Let's just disable the quests here for now as well, or like remove them from the active quests screen here. And instead we go to Devil's Crossing again and start repairing the bridge. We need one more scrap actually. Like, you want to be careful a little bit when you craft components that you don't run out of scrap. Usually the vendors will have your back if you're like one short like me right now. But neither of them have fucking scrap today. What is this scam? If that's the case, you can go to the old dump. If that's the case, you can go to the old dump and try to get some scrap here. Or you reset the game as well. You can also do that, honestly. I mean, that's faster, probably. You just like go back to main menu, you go back to the game, and then you go to the vendor again, and then he's probably gonna have... yeah, there we go, some scrap. Let's go. His outpost was... you were too regarded to notify you? No, it's my alerts, like, not being working properly. It's not your fault, don't worry. Yeah, welcome into the Bloomers once again. Thank you for your support. Okay, we got some damage. We're also still taking a little bit of damage here for sure. These guys will do like mostly pierce and physical damage. These bandits. We're also gonna have Bat completed soon. Why am I like on a killing spree with this guy lately? I feel like I'm choosing the wrong options all the time.
Ah, I've been expecting you, human.
Yo, Manhammer, thanks so much for the sub. Welcome on, welcome on. Welcome into the bloomers. Is it really the wrong option? I mean, it depends on what you want to do, right? Do you want to kill a family or do you want to not kill a family? Depends. Also depends if you need a torch or not. If you need a torch, it's fine to kill a family for it, right? Definitely. 100%. Necro lunchtime? Hell yeah. You can feast on the gaping ass. I mean, what? Ravenous earth. Oh, double magic? What is this? Double rare, rather. Mage Storm of the Elements. Well, as the name might imply, it has no vitality damage. Okay, one more point to complete the bat. This guy is such a keck, right? He can't even protect his loot. Mushrooms. Mushrooms and more. Sire Redden. Chip, 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 chip. Playing a card Necro with a huge two-hander. I mean, I'm only playing this because I have +4 to Ravenous Earth on the affix on this. The off-blight suffix gave me that. Otherwise, I wouldn't be playing this item. Otherwise, I would be playing like whatever dagger or scepter or offhand that gives me hold the phone. Do I play a crossbow? This one also has off-blight suffix. You dude, holy. That is such a lucky item. That's insane. That's insane. That's insane. That's some streamer loot right there. Also, there's Spectral War Maul, yeah, that's true. I didn't find one yet, though. I did find this awesome item instead. I need more cunning. I am not cunning enough. I am not enough. I need a lot more. I need like 5. I mean, if I just pump the bar, maybe I'll manage. But pumping Necro bar isn't gonna give you lots of cunning either. It's not a cunning heavy class really. It will be insane damage though, for sure. But also would mean that I can't use Vanish anymore. Oh well. I'll have to switch to another movement skill then. Oh, he can hurt. He can definitely hurt. Mr. Balthazar. Nicolas Balthazar. What the fuck? Nicholas Bulbasaur. Yeah. Am I winging this playthrough or do I have a plan? The plan is called Ravenous Earth and use all items associated with Ravenous Earth. That's basically the plan, yeah. Holy fuck. And also not die. Wait, what? I could destroy the wall, but then after destroying the wall I could still not go through the wall. What a scam, dude. What a fucking scam. Whee! Vandalism. Okay. So what if I do put like all the points there? I basically got no cunning from that. I got like 2 cunning, I feel like, maybe. Yeah, 181 is still 10 short, 9 short. I have 4 polished emeralds already on me as well. Also, I just threw away my gloves almost. This guy deals a lot of poison damage. I only have 34 poison rest right now, so let's be a bit careful. We're playing on veteran after all. Should maybe like craft another anti-venom salve for my boots, to be fair. That's a good idea, I think. Yeah, this shotgun here, this attack can deal so much fucking damage. Gotta be careful. Okay. The biggest downside of Grandon is that all the classes look the same in terms of gear. Can't tell Necromancer cons by just looking at them. I mean, that sounds like a skill issue. That sounds like you never made it to like level 94 plus. Because then I think you can definitely tell the difference. On low levels, yes, I agree. They all look like, I mean, but I think that's kind of like part of the appeal of the game, right? Like, you start out as a like dumb bum, right? Like you're just like a trash, whatever, like random ass human. So you're just using the same like scrappy gear that like everybody else is using as well. But then eventually, you're more or less like ascend to a very powerful character, even like a godlike creature almost. And the gear will reflect that, I think. Very well, honestly. At least in my opinion. Feel free to disagree. But you're right that you will definitely like not look like a superhero at level 1. Definitely not. And I personally think all games where you do look like that at level 1 are just cringe as fuck. Like for example, Lost Ark was like that. Like in Lost Ark, you look like a god already at level 1. I'm like, why? It makes 0 sense. Like, where's my progression? You know?
Well, you worked there.
I like the way Grandon does it a lot more, personally at least. So we're switching this here because, yeah, I mean the ones we're switching to are just better, like resistance-wise, and also because we don't really care that much about the attack and casting speed. Actually, this one has more casting speed. This also has cunning requirement reduction, but unfortunately only for melee weapons. So my crossbow will not benefit from that. I still am missing scrap, dude. What the hell, man? Okay, we did get like a couple of cunning points though from the gauntlets as well. Which means we only have to like put 2 more points here and we can instantly equip the crossbow. That's nice. Now with this crossbow we cannot use the Vanish augment anymore. But luckily every single faction in Forgotten Gods usually has 2 choices for augments. In Grim Dawn you look like a hobo from level 1 to 100, and once you're 100 you look like a hobo who got into high profile theft.
Come see what's left of my wares.
I mean that's another way to look at it, I guess.
So
Alright, we also didn't get this quest yet, but I mean we also don't want to really do it. But yeah, we have a leap augment now, so instead of Shadow Striking we're leaping now, which is fine too. Fine, fine. Speak to Stephen Skinner. How did I miss this guy? Anyway, this weapon is insane, right? Like, it's... Look at my vitality damage. Without, 60%. With, 294%. Like, Jesus Christ. What is this item? And we got bad now as well. So, the devotions with like a red star at the end, they have active skills. Or like, well, skills that rather proc from the skills that you attach them to. So now my Ravenous Earth would also have a chance to shoot out like fangs of a bat, which deal additional vitality damage and will also heal me. Pretty nice, pretty nice. And this fucking thing's refusing to shotgun once again properly. Okay, there we go. Easy. I mean, with all this percent vitality damage that we have now, we should like be destroying content easily. We have so much more damage now. Let's see if I get to kill myself. No, not this time. This guy can be kind of tough, right? With his stuns and so on. Stun jacks. Stun jackaronis. Reddit also loves him. And everybody does. For different reasons, I guess. Pew pew. Did they manage to fix the bug where there are many mobs and the game freezes for 1 or 2 frames, resulting in a rip? I think the fix to that is just not getting hit, right? I don't know. Have any other fix, to be fair. I mean, the game can lag the second you die. But usually it's like, it lags because you die, not you die because it lags. Tied to a bug. Well, it was a queen of bugs even. Another rip? Nah, only same rip still. But I did not continue my Oathkeeper today because the item I wanna farm on that Oathkeeper doesn't drop in this current iteration of this playtest patch due to a bug. So yeah. Time to read some annals of Arkovia. Ah, yes. It falls upon strange times that the king would abdicate to the throne of his own volition. Stranger still is the reason he gave his court. There is no other way to put it. King Rowan, the third of his line, had been struck by madness. Upon returning from a successful campaign against the barbarian tribes of Agaron's Peak, the king raved about a chance meeting with a wary traveler, whom he called Mogdrogan. Rowan, in his generosity, offered the man the use of his horse. The man, and here is where the king's tale loses all sense, declined the proposal and, speaking in a low voice that only his majesty could hear, instead offered Rowan a warning. The old man spurted prophetic lies about the impending collapse of our great nation and the fall of the beacon of the West, Arkovia herself. He implored the king to leave his title, his wealth, his very identity behind. There were some amongst the court who urged Rowan to see his madness through. Greedy heads of Arkovian houses who saw this strategy as an opportunity to seize power. The queen, the shining jewel of Arkovia, wept before the king and begged him to reconsider. But Rowan was resolute. With a single decree, he shattered the royal line and abandoned his ordained post as king of Arkovia. Words of the king's madness spread quickly among the populace. To my great surprise, some of his subjects followed Rowan's lead, abandoning their livelihoods to follow their despondent ruler into a life of poverty and lost identity. It has been 3 fortnights since the fateful day. The queen lies dead in her chambers. They say she has died of sorrows from the loss of her king, but as expect, more clandestine causes. The court has fallen into chaos as the great houses bicker amongst themselves for the empty throne. With no end in sight to the squabbles and no clear line to the throne, my patron, Loros Vagra, has called for the formation of an oligarchy, ruled by the heads of the Arkovia's elite. No good can come of this, but of that I am certain. These days I cannot help but wonder if Rowan's prophecy was a self-fulfilling one, or perhaps the storm was a long time coming and we were merely too blind to see it. I fear for Arkovia, I fear for her soul. Theodokos Vagra, scribe of Arkovia. Honestly, that's one of the best lore notes in all of Grim Dawn when it comes to like world building. Not gonna lie. In my opinion, at least. Pretty impactful for like big parts of the game. Switch out Arkovia for the world. You mean IRL? I mean, I don't see any King Rowan actually abdicating because of any corruption spreading too much or stuff like that. It is very poetic and very philosophical in a way, indeed. Hashtag Mogdrogan was right. Alright, time to kill Darius Cronley, I mean. With low Aetheress of 18, we definitely have to not stand inside of any Aether pools pretty much ever. At least on Veteran. So, even though you kind of want to face tank this shit, because of Ravenous Earth, assuming it properly shotguns, which apparently it doesn't seem to be doing on this patch properly. You kind of want to not kite that much, but then again, with this Aetheress, you're still kind of forced to kite. Also, when he has his bubble up, he's basically almost invincible. It takes like 90% less damage or something like that, so just keep that in mind. Okay, now it's gone. Now he's gone. And over here, if you're, especially when you're playing hardcore, keep the crystals for yourself, right? Keep some meth for yourself because you might wanna use it. Put it on your bar as like a panic button. The king was lucky he left before shit hit the fan. Yeah, I mean the king basically didn't get cursed. And also the followers of King Rowan that didn't kill, that didn't get cursed are the, well, nowadays the rovers. Right, the rovers are, I mean, yeah, the descendants of the followers of Rowan. Yeah, it was not self-fulfilling at all. It was because of Uruburuk and so on. But like the reason... Well, maybe it was self-fulfilling in a way, because like the reason why they got cursed and like the reason why Uruburuk cursed them might have been because of the actions of the oligarchy that were present after King Rowan was there, right? Or was it King Rowan who wanted to... who was like pursuing the immortality as well? I don't actually remember that part. Because if it wasn't, if it was like one of the oligarchs, then you could say like the corruption that took over after he left is what initiated Arcovia's downfall. I'm pretty sure, like, I mean, King Rowan might have done the same as well if he wasn't warned by McDrogan that, like, the path that Arcovia is taking is basically a path that you, well, shouldn't do. Because I believe even, like, under King Rowan, the Arcovian Empire was pretty much an empire of... yeah, built around, like, fear and hatred, and also suppressing, like, for example, the tribes in the north and stuff like that. Like, yeah, like the bad stuff that was done to Uruburuk was done by the oligarchs, and they certainly didn't make, like, things, like, they kind of, like, made things even worse around Arcovia. But I would not say that, like, King Rowan himself, at least pre-meeting McDrogan, was, like, a good man either, necessarily. It was more like McDrogan showed him the way and, like, enlightened him to rather do, like, more good in the world than bad, or something like that. I don't know the details. Yo, Helix, welcome on. Playing Grim Dawn casually for quite some time. Do you have any advice to get used to moving camera rotating? I'm just playing it like other asymmetric games, and I've never changed rotation, and you get lost when you try. Also, my freaking internet like still disconnected again. What the fuck is happening? Oh, I thought this is fixed. I thought I had fixed this issue by now, but apparently not. The curse of German internet, yep. Well. Okay, hold on, I need to write this down real quick. Sorry about that, guys. I'm trying. I'm trying to fix my internet already for like the last 2 weeks or something like that. My ISP pretends, oh, it's everything fine, like must be your cable. I tried like 3 different cables. Literally all of them had the same issue. I tried like different DSL cables as well. Now I have a different router. They sent me a new router. Like today is the first day with a new router, but apparently that doesn't fix anything either. Jesus Christ, dude, like I don't know, fucking know, man. What is this garbage? Like the line is apparently supposedly fine, but I don't trust this. Like this is just like fucked up, man. I'll call them today again, I guess later. I'll call support again.
Good, you're back.
Yo, GM Chaos, thanks so much for 62 months. Welcome back to the Bloomers, appreciate the support. Thanks so much for 5 billion years basically at this point already. 62 billion years, dude. That's crazy. Appreciate it. I see a totem on the map. I must do the totem. I must clear the totem. Sounds doesn't sound a little rippy though, like with these gargantuans here that can trap you. You can definitely die. Especially because there's like a corrupted version of these guys, like one with Aether damage. And if you... there's like some Aether like AoE on the ground that you can like use. And if he uses that and like traps you inside of that, then like with this Aether at least, you're just dead basically. So yeah, these can be quite sketch. Okay, hold on, one more devotion point. What are we aiming for next? I mean, ultimately, of course, you want to get Ratosh. What else is good? I mean, Wendigo, Dying God, maybe. Affliction is pretty decent. You could also go for some like a bit more defensive devotions like Behemoth or Chariot or even Turtle. Like you need blues for Wendigo anyway, and you need yellow for Ratosh, so you could go for like Panther, Turtle, for example. Anything new in this weapon in Fangs of Astakarn? There is max cast speed for Spectre Binding. 12% additional max cast speed for like, well, if you're shooting PBs, right? It has more blades. I'll also need flat RR devotion, yes. The third node in RE is one of the worst nodes in the entire game. It, well, it only works if an enemy dies, so it doesn't do anything against bosses, right? It's like a corpse explosion kind of thing. pretty useless. Second node, I mean second node has damage reduction. Did I fucking get stuck in this shit? What even happened? Huh? How did I get stuck there? What the fuck? Yeah, second node is must have because of the damage reduction. Hello, game. It's a bit less clunky to reapply, yeah, than Eloman. And the values are a little lower though. You use Ugol Constellation? What? And if you're playing Acid Ravenous Earth, I could understand that maybe. But for Vitality, that makes no sense in my opinion. Not playing Acid. Why would I play Acid? I mean, you can play Acid, but I think Vitality is more straightforward to build. I mean, you need an offhand for Acid to work at all, and until then you're basically not into playing Vitality, kinda. And even after you would have access to the offhand, it's still debatable, like whether or not just continuing to play Vitality is better anyway. Depends like what you want to play, depends what secondary class you want to play. Obviously, like a great secondary class for a build like this would be Occultist, right? Which also, well, works with Acid and Vitality pretty well. Technically, you could even play Nightblade for Acid if you wanted to. I mean, yeah, okay, so you're confused because it says like it's Vitality and Poison damage, right? So here's how the skill works. The skill has 6 to 8 fragments, right? Fragments in Grim Dawn can shotgun, but only for flat damage and not for dot damage. So the Vitality damage is like this value times 6 to 8. So if it's like times 8, right, if you have like, or say like times 7 is the average, that's like 900 damage times 7, which is a lot more than 660 poison damage. The poison damage cannot stack from different fragments. It only applies once per like skill in general, and like all the fragments together are like one skill only. Yeah. And that's why the skill, even though it looks like it's a bit more like acid poisony, it is a Vitality skill by default. Sure, it has like a minor poison component to it, but the skill by default is a Vitality skill. And yes, you can convert it to Acid with the offhand from like the Ugnenborg, right? And then it's a proper Acid skill, yes. But before that, it's really kind of a Vitality build, and then the Acid to Vitality conversion that the helmet from the Magi's gives you, it's definitely also good to have, right? Because then also your poison damage is Vitality decay damage, but it's not gonna like make or break the build. You can play Vitality damage RE even without the helmet, really. Yeah, and also, as Andu is saying, like, The helmet is also, like, it matters more once you have gear that adds flat acid damage to the skill, because that flat acid damage will then be able to shotgun, and if you want to play Vitality, but you have some unconverted acid damage there, then that kind of sucks, and you want then the helmet to convert to Vitality properly. Also, why is it no longer shotgunning at point blank? Like, hello? This is an Fangs of Astakarn playtest version, but I'm not playing any Astakarn content on stream. The only thing that's like Astakarn related that you will see here on stream is, for example, heroes that have like new affixes, like Infernal, or there's also like a Storm Touched in here somewhere, like this, or Thundering rather. These are like new hero types. And also you might see like the occasional like new monster infrequent, or the occasional like new skill modifier on a already existing monster frequent. Like for example, this crossbow now has 12% maximum casting speed on top of what it had before. And that's new, yes, yes. For example. So there's like minor spoilers here and there in the stream, but we're not gonna go into the actual like Fangs of Astakarn regions, so there's no actual spoilers. Like no big spoilers. The not so hidden NPC, yeah. I don't know why they moved him. He was properly hidden before, now he's like in your fucking face. I mean, sorry Crate, but now I can't hide him no more. Okay, let's go back real quick, sell some crap.
I'll give you a good price for what I've got left.
This item, I mean... Okay. It works. Alchemist's belt. I kinda like this belt. The proc is also kinda nice for hardcore, to be fair. Pierce, Alley Bleed, Pierce, Fire, Poison. I need another Poached Emerald there again. Or I'll just like put one more point in Cunning, it's fine. Kinda wanna use Soul Shards in my rings now. A Locust Gem. Why are these blue items so bad? Like, it's only like one stat basically on this entire item. Like, what is this? Okay, it has a skill. The skill adds 28 bleeding damage per second. Lol W, holy shit. Huge. Obsidian Seal is kind of nice because it's like a ring that adds armor, and just like belt armor, like ring armor is also global. Like, I mean, affects all of your parts of your character. That's what I mean by global. Character wide.
Put it to good use.
Okay, instead of that blur, what the hell? Let's use these for now then. And this here. Corpse dust, yeah, okay. We need more vitality resistance, especially for like Kelrian, the like mini boss we're gonna fight in a second here. What about movement speed? 126 is not 135, so let's get some Mark of the Traveler. Okay, cool. Seems good, seems good. 20 bleeding damage, yeah.
Come, friend, right to business. Nobody.
Insane. Absolutely insane. Absolutely crazy insane, surely. Wait, did my YouTube stream actually crash? Oh my fucking god, dude. Brother, that's internet, man. Would be nice to find a gluttony blueprint. Would be. Just eat a lot. Wait, Voracity is lightning damage? What? I thought it's also hit damage. Never mind, I guess. I do, yeah. The most powerful combination for a class. To be fair, this game is generally pretty well balanced, so any combination first of all is viable. Also, like, it depends, like the most powerful combination for hardcore, the most powerful combination for softcore. I mean, water is a pretty, like, good combination if you just want to, like, play a sub, for example, like 2-unit tanky character with still decent damage. If you want to do the same, just with more damage and less tankiness, you play an Archon. If you want to play, like, some retaliation tanks, I guess you also play, like, Water or Warlord. If you want to play, like, some of the strongest casters, you could play like Spellbinders, for example, for 8 damage. I mean, freaking Druids are also, in my opinion, like, still very strong, like, all around for all kinds of, like, lightning casters, for example. The fastest at like killing single target stuff is, I mean, one of the fastest, like still definitely, what's it called, like the Harbinger builds, right, like the Chaos Harbinger builds. I'm not sure if like Pyromancer is the fastest for that right now, or if it's it was like Conjurer for a bit, even with like Chaos Savagery, like Conduit at some point, right? I'm not sure if that's still the case. Maybe still Conjurer, yeah. Have you ever played Titan Quest? Yeah, I have. Not as much as this game though, but I have, yes. So like, I mean, if you want to play like the most powerful build in the game, you are playing softcore and you really don't care about like what build you play, you just care about the most powerful whatever. And you can search the like top 20 softcore builds on the forums, I guess, and take like one of those builds from the list basically. But also those are changing pretty much like every single patch, because the game is so like well balanced that even like minor changes are gonna like reshuffle that like the top 20 quite a lot. And also within that top 20, I mean, almost like all builds are like very close to each other anyway. And if you made like a top 50 of builds or like a top 100, also like all of them would also be kind of close to each other in my opinion. I'm pretty sure like Harbinger is like top 3 or top 5 when it comes to single target damage at least still. Overall. Even if it's not like in the top 20, because top 20 like focuses a bit more on like AoE clear speed. Most powerful is Fireball. For early game leveling, it's not too bad, yeah. Like for Act 1 and 2 maybe. Alright, in the area after Smuggler's Pass, which is like the start of Act 3 basically, we are gonna have to farm some of the like cave goblins, trolls, whatever you wanna call them. How fast are you able to reach endgame on a character from a fresh account? I mean, define endgame. Getting to level 100 and like getting full low card set shouldn't take more than like 20 hours. 15 to 20 hours, something like that. Being able to like do the very hardest content in the game depends a lot on like your RNG and like your build, etc, etc. I mean, I've done like one run where I go like from fresh start level 1 to defeating the Creative Entertainment boss, which is like, depends on like what your metrics are, either the hardest boss in the game or at least top 3. I've done that in like 17 or something like that hours, yeah, 16, 17 hours. But it was kind of like a like an actual speed run for that, I guess. End game is when the game ends. Yeah. And also, I mean, after those like 16 to 17 hours, I did not have like optimal gear in any way or form. I just got just got like strong enough to be able to kill the boss with like the skills that I have as a player, I guess. So this is the item that we're looking for. Usually you will have to like farm this area maybe a little bit longer than I had to. But yeah, I mean, that's basically what you want. You want a bone spike. And you can even duel with them if you craft a blade sword talisman. You can just play double bone spikes. Which I think is what we're gonna do here. Once we get to like the next town. So we kind of want to get another one. One is good, but two is gooder, as they say. Just gotta ask for it. The affixes on this one kind of suck. Like, off Frostbite is cold damage, we don't vitality damage, of course. Also, there is the quest mob here, but we have to go around here to reach it. No effigy for the spell. There is one if you want to play acid. But for vitality, I would rather just play like double bone spikes, to be fair. And also endgame, there are like some uniques that you definitely can use as well. That will be better. Completing ultimate difficulty and starting to farm your best in slot stuff for your build. Yeah, like, then I would say like around like 15 to 20 hours, yeah. Pretty much more or less. Because if you do it with the right build, you should also be able to kill Lokar and farm your Lokar set around the same-ish time. I just played Skeletons for like the first like 7-ish levels, and then I switched over to Ravenous Earth. I already have a Necromancer pet playthrough that I'll also post on... Actually, it will be out on YouTube like in the next couple of days. And there's also gonna be like a Chaos Skeleton version of that as well, coming a little bit later. This is more the caster variant of Necromancer. This skill is called Ravenous Earth, right? It's this one right here. But I mean, you can also use Ravenous for leveling if you want to. You can also play Bone Harvest for leveling if you want to. Bone Harvest being the more like weapon damage oriented variant of leveling a Necromancer. And Ravenous being like another way of playing like a caster, but it's a channeling caster. Which is a lot better now than it used to be. It is a lot better now, but on the other hand, I still don't like having to stand still as a caster all that much. I much prefer the flexibility of Ravenous Earth. Especially for like leveling, like walking through the acts. It is just faster in my opinion. Drain Essence, depending on like how you play it though, can be maybe better single target boss damage, or maybe even a bit safer because of all the leech that you get. So ultimately that will be like a little bit playstyle dependent. But when it comes to just like raw speed, like walking through the acts, etc., I think Ravenous Earth is still better. Siphon Souls can be fine as a skill in general. That's true. I don't think like Siphon Souls has like main skill potential, but Siphon Souls can be a good addition to any either Ravenous Earth caster or also like Drain Essence casters. And it's a good call. I'll probably pick it up a little bit later.
So how now that we
Simply because it is, yeah, as I said, like pretty nice for or like healing yourself. Because Ravenous Earth itself is not gonna heal you that much. And we're healing a little bit from Bat. Don't have enough dynamite. Okay, let's craft some dynamite and homestead real quick.
These are.
For those of you wondering, like, what's the best way to get dynamite in this game? Like, there are like dynamites lying around in the mines, so like, shouldn't farming with dynamite in the mines be the best way to do it? Some people say that and like to say that. I would say that's not the best way. The best way is to just farm aether crystals, and then you, well, transform them into aether shards, and then you transform aether shards into dynamite. Where every single aether crystal that you find, you basically get 1 dynamite, and I mean, you can get like 15 aether crystals in some like aether crystal heavy area like super easily. I mean, good luck getting like 15 dynamites in like 1 or 2 minutes for mines. Like, that's not happening. Sure, you're gonna like need some additional like iron bits and so on to craft them, but the amount of time that you save yourself, I think, more than makes up for that.
I'll skip the Legion is split on.
Like, every smith, apart from the one Devil's Crossing, can craft dynamite from aether shards, and you can make aether shards from just 3 aether crystals. So this is super easy. Okay, let's open the gates here real quick before I forget about this portal. Is that the best Necro? I mean, depends if you want to play pets or not. You don't want to play pets if you hate pets. This is one of the best Necros you can play for sure. For leveling at least. Any build is exactly 1 damaging skill and passes for all leftover points? Yes and no. But most are kinda, yeah. I mean, in Grim Dawn, there's many builds that you like use like sometimes 2, not just 1. Actually, I forgot to kill normal spread. Okay, I'll be right back real quick. I need to go to the toilet real quick, and then we can hand in some other quests and also kill normal spread. I'll be right back.
Ah, we speak at last.
Wait, no more music? What happened? What even happened? What even happened? Okay, yeah, we got the portal here. It's time to go back to Devil's Crossing. Because we are respected with Devil's Crossing, which means we can start buying some of their blueprints. Like, for example,
Anything you like.
Blade Sword Talisman, Gunslinger Talisman, Gluttony, blah 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 blah.
See you around.
And Blade Sword Talisman makes you able to dual wield even if you're not a Nightblade or not a Berserker. So that is useful if you want to play dual bone spikes, for example. The problem though is this item is so much vitality damage now. Like, I'm actually losing quite a bit here. I'm losing 130% vitality damage here doing this. It's insane, right? It's insane. It's fucking insane. Yeah, I'm sorry, so Reaver, my internet is... I'm in the process of having it fixed, but as you can tell, it's not fixed yet. These affixes are so... like, the off-blight suffix is also what makes it so good, right? Okay, if this one was an actual good one... I mean, this is okay, but like, if this one was an actual good one, I think the dual bone spikes would definitely be better. But as it is, I'm not even sure if it's really better or not. Max cast speed login. I mean, it kind of only matters for endgame, but... Yeah, that is pretty nice. I think I'll try this for a bit though. So the cooldown reduction, right? Obviously is very good, but also it means that we're gonna need a lot more energy. A lot more energy, which you can get, for example, via using ectoplasm.
Got something you need stashed?
Will I sell the towel I put on my chair? Will I smell the sweat? I should do that. I should sell my towels, my used towels. Yeah. They definitely will be very sweaty. That's a 2-week timeout. Everything reminds me of her. Okay, let's kill Dread, whatever he's called again. For some reason missed him. Should be like over here in this corner. Yeah, there he is. Fucking healer. I did not get a single Spectral War mod on this run so far, right? It's kind of interesting. Where is damage? I'm playing veteran, man. It's okay damage, veteran, I dare to say. I mean, it could be better though. It could be better because like this weapon has a frostbite suffix and no % damage at all, basically. Could certainly stood better. I'm not sure if I want to like refarm the Bone Spike yet. I think I'm gonna do like Goddess Cave first and see if I just get a Bone Spike from there. And if not, then I'll reset and like farm Mountain Deeps a bit more. What kind of pisses me off though is that, like, RE is not shotgunning the way it should be shotgunning. And that's also like why, for single target, I'm losing so much damage. Or like the way it used to shotgun at least. Also, we could go back to Vanish actually, if I am playing this.
Good, you're back.
Zoom zoom. Back to zoom zoom. Back to Shadow Strikes. Maybe not. There's no enemy to Shadow Strike to. Okay, we found a cave that's not marked on the map. That's the one you want to use. Also, Nefas, thanks so much for the Prime. Appreciate it, 21 months already. Welcome back to the Bloomers, appreciate it. Blood Dreeg's so good, yeah. It is truly very good. Praise Dreeg. What eruption? I mean, you can one-point it at the very least. I'm not sure if like maxing it out really does that much. Because, I mean, it's only on death. I mean, it would, like, increase, I guess, your trash clear. But... otherwise, I'm not sure if it's even that good. The Ungoliok's gaze. Doesn't this have some, like, vitality damage? It does, right? Honestly, it's not that bad. To be fair, we're getting an actual proper Necromancer amulet very soon though, in like around Blood Grove. Until then we could still use the one that I just found. Well, I need level 32 first though. Okay, Terra Weave Band. This is a new ring from Fangs of Astakarn that like these spiders can drop. And I think it always has vitality damage, but it does not really have any necro bonuses. Oh yeah, I said earlier, like, Nightblade is a good secondary for Ravenous Earth if you go Poison. To be fair, it's also good if you play Vitality now, since, like, Nightblade has Vitality resistance reduction now in Night's Chill, which it didn't have in the past. Right, this skill here now has also Vitality resistance reduction now. So Vitality Reaper is a lot better than it used to be. One benefit of doing that would be that, well, at least for leveling, you could skip the Bladesworn Talisman and just play dual Bone Spikes without, you know, having to use the relic for that. For endgame though, not sure if it's better than Kabbalist, for example. Or Ritualist, like Shaman secondary. Definitely like worth considering though. Even more so than in the past. Kabbalist. Occultist secondary. I mean, RE caster is either Kabbalist, Ritualist, Reaper, now that Necromancer supports it. Or I guess of course also Oppressor, right? You can play Oathkeeper as well, secondary. Like that's pretty much all your options. Blade Trap to force monsters to stay in RE area. It's not a bad idea against trash. I mean, you kinda don't need it that much later on, but
I've been
it's a cool
expecting
idea,
you,
yeah.
human.
Noiji Tot, thanks so much for the sub. Welcome and welcome to the Bloomers. Appreciate the support. Thanks for the prime. You're using the dot skill like Bloody Pox. Yeah, Bloody Pox is nice too. What build am I playing? I'm playing a Ravenous Earth Necromancer caster right now. So basically only this skill right now. It's like Gaping Ass skill, right? Ravenous Ass. How do you sub with Prime? You can sub on Twitch with Prime. Like, Twitch is part of Amazon, so if you have Amazon Prime, right, you can also sub on Twitch with Twitch Prime, and then you get no more ads on my channel. Well, on Twitch at least. But YouTube is Google, so I don't know if there's any Google Prime or something like that. And there's YouTube Plus or whatever, I guess. Or you can also just become a member on YouTube. That also works if you like remove the ads on my channel. I mean, yeah. You have like the choice between pest and cholera, right? As they say. In German at least. Plague or cholera.
I can't open that.
Don't mind the ads, okay. I mean, that's fine too. We got Anchorite's Headguard. I didn't upgrade my helmet in quite a while, and honestly, this is a pretty decent blue item that comes at a pretty good point for me right now. Gives me a lot of Chaos Res. I kind of would like to have a bit more Aether Res against Amalgamation though, which is kind of the next boss I'm fighting before going into Blood Grove and Bolvar and so on. So maybe we keep this until we kill Amalgamation, then we switch over to Anchorite's Headguard. What I do for early PS Res, just random stuff on the ground. You can use Resilient Plating or Silic Watch if what you find doesn't give you enough PS Res. You can go to the Smith, you can write Pierce Resistance in here. You can't actually write it properly. And then you see like Resilient Plating gives you DA Armor Pierce Res, or Six Watch, which requires Resilient Plating, gives you Pierce and Bleed Res. Both are pretty good. Six Watch is generally better, but if you really don't need bleed Res at all, then also Resilient Plating can be a little bit better because you do get like at least 78 armor on top, which is always useful. Whereas bleed Res, if you don't need more, it's useless.
Come see what's left of my wares.
Okay, so we're gonna continue like just checking for better damage here, I think, and or maybe Aether Res actually. Like this one is not too bad. I would lose a lot of HP though. Right? Hmm. Rough choice. Okay, let's rather put Aether Resistance here. Wow. A whole lot of nothing. Gaze Weakness. That's what it says. Oh, these are nice. Hold on, movement speed on pants even? What? Ignore physique. Okay. They gave ass, exactly. That's what I heard. Fire and cold res. What's up with my lightning res? Why is it so bad? My metal is absolute dog shit, holy. So bad. I mean, this is kinda better than what I have, but I really don't want to lose like all the other res. If this had like cold lightning res instead of fire cold, it would be GG. I think I still have to use it. Maybe I use this one instead of which one though? Probably instead of the slithering, actually. Yeah, because we're gonna get some rest back here.
Iron wealth.
Okay, cool. Like who? Like who?
Bring me back something interesting.
Resistances are stupid. How are you supposed to resist bleeding or fire? By sheer willpower you force your wounds to stitch themselves? That's what I heard, yeah. That's what I heard.
Be safe out there.
Okay, one here, two here. I mean, maybe the skill is good. Let's try putting some points here. You need to step it up, Ground Zero. You need to step your duty up. I was just mentioning that I'm playing a gaping ass skill. I didn't know you were identifying with it so much. That's my bad. The Oxenonic, welcome. That's how sword trousers should look like. Maybe. I don't know, I don't have a reference point. How do you replace Wilton's Cask at early game? You don't. Oh, you hate Aether resistance? You love dying to Aether damage? I mean, you can just do this then. You can play without the helmet at all. Like, you don't need to play it. There's always a choice. I guess you meant more like you hate that you have to play it because there's no other way to get Aether resistance. And yeah, Aether resistance is not that easy to get early game for sure. I mean, you can pick like purified salts if you really want Aether is. Or you could also craft a runestone once you have enough reputation with the rovers. Runestone, purified salt. There's also, what's it called again? Not Wrathstone, but Aether Soul, I believe. A component you can buy from, I don't know, was it Devil's Crossing, Commons Chosen, something like that, or Rovers as well. Some faction. That also gives you more Aether resistance. Do you think there's ever going to be a Grim Dawn 2? Maybe next decade. I mean, the developers have worked on the engine for Grim Dawn 2 already, and the at least raw skeleton of that engine has been completed. So they are starting their development on... I would dare to say they're gonna start like some Grim Dawn pre-production at least, like Grim Dawn 2 pre-production at least after the expansion is out. And also... I mean, there's gonna be another RTS actually that they're working on, which is gonna be made on the same engine, like that new engine, the new like homebrewed engine. Homebrewed. I can't English. Grim Dawn of War. Hell yeah, man. Would have been awesome. But we're already getting Dawn of War 4 by... What's it called again? Like, not Grim Lore Games, that's Titan Task 2, but... whatever, like Iron Harvest developers, whatever they're called. Oh shit, dude. Oh shit, dude. My bitrate is 20%. Hold the phone. Soul Shards, up to 40% at least. Yeah, before you go to Dead of the Lost, you really need like Vitality Resistance to be non-zero. Ideally like 40-50 plus. So I'm also going here because I wanna get a second Bone Spike that is not of trash, but actually of a useful suffix. And of course there's a shrine down here, so you kinda wanna go here anyway. And there's Goddess down here, which can drop a nice ring. And he always liked that ring. It's precious. Give me your precious. Am I shotgunning properly? I feel like I'm not. That makes me sad, man.
I can't open.
Dude. This guy's fucking bugged, man. What are these affixes? These are terrible. Glacial of Thunder, yikes. Oh well. Guess we're not using the Goddess Ring. Kind of funny, eh? Yeah. They think they're being real funny. Grim Dawn 2 next decade, probably. I mean, that's not even that far away, if you think about it. Okay. We got a of Decay at least, so this has 119% hit damage. And it's level 35. So, okay, I'll just keep playing what I have and switch to this one level 35, maybe then like farm for another one for level 35 as well. Yeah, I mean now it has become like even harder. Like there's D4 seasons, there's PoE 1 seasons every 2 months. I mean every 4 months, and like PoE 2 seasons every 4 months. So like when the fuck are you even supposed to like release an RPG? I mean you have to like just have a different appeal and then hope people still play your game. Which I think for Grim Dawn is not going to be a big issue, at least for the hardcore Grim Dawn fans. But I mean if you're like a huge PoE Andy, then obviously you'll play some PoE. That is what it is. And Nazi box seasons every 2.5 years. Yeah, true. Those are really hard to avoid. And the Grim Dawn expansions every 7 years. Yeah, that's true. I mean, if you are an economy Andy, then you just play FoA. Okay, kind of chill about RE is like you can just, you know, put down RE here. And that's it. Thinking, or like comparing this to like my Guardian playthrough the other day. Guardians are actually shrekking compared to RE right now. Like, why is RE so bad nowadays? It used to be like actually Giga Chat, right? Now RE is like it's okay, as you can tell, but it's not like actually that great. Huh. I mean, it's still veteran, so like... We are killing the boss. But it's certainly not that easy. Like, compared to some other stuff. Rather... Yeah, RE has been like... compared to, say, like 6 or 7 years ago, this is certainly like a lot weaker, it feels like. Or maybe like other stuff has gotten more power crept than RE. Stage 2 is easier, actually, for some reason. Because it shotguns properly in stage 2, I feel like. Maybe stage 1 was missing, I was missing damage in stage 1 because for some reason also like in stage 1 I didn't shotgun or model properly. I don't know what's happening to this. It's really bad. Too bad GG makes SSF giga hard. Just play Ruthless, man. Just play Ruthless. Just buy a house. Wait, not. But yeah, the whole like div per hour game. I don't know. I mean, for people that enjoy that, sure. I don't. Okay, so I did get to level 32. But if I equip this one now, it's gonna fuck up my resistances, right? Yeah. Let's not do that then. Need some more room for more items. Let's use the new button. Why should an ARPG be stock market sim? Yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily mind playing like stock market sim, but then I would just play an actual stock market sim, or maybe some like, you know, more like city builder type economy game, you know? Not an ARPG, like it makes no sense to me personally. Or at least it's like nothing I think is fun in an ARPG. ARPGs, in my opinion, like, are all about the progression of the character, and you want that progression to not be, yo, carry me please, you know, and playing economy kind of is like, carry me please, in a way. At least to me, personally. Shotgun blasted by a gaping ass. Ah, ass. Yes. Alright, we've done this, done that. Let us grab some stuff. We need Chaos Rest now, right? We're gonna go into Blood Grove, so you will need Chaos Rest there. Also, Alchemist spell is pretty nice. Yeah, we're not using this. We're not using this. Maybe this. Of Tormented Souls gives you +2 to Hungering Reach. Oh, and Vitreous, honestly. Yeah, why not? I mean, we want to use this one, so why am I selling it? Okay.
Put it to good use.
Let me change components real quick. Volvar. Ooh. I'm not gonna keep playing this now. Honestly, let's also put another soul shard here to get higher vitality resistance. And like put something on here maybe? Scaled hide? Okay, we have some fur now. Yes. Devotions, 4 more devotion points. What the heck? Tutel? And then we go for when they go next, right? We don't need that many reds.
Let me clear your mind of regrets.
Any regrets?
Let me clear your mind of regrets.
Regrets?
Stay strong.
Okay, like this we can complete turtle right away and then already like put a point here. Nice. Oops. Regrets. Regrets. Regrets was a game. That was one of the games of all
There
time.
was much. I see my scouts have reported.
Just the person I'm looking for. There are 2 other.
Just the person I'm looking for. One and the one and the one. We are Necromancer, so these guys hate me. It is what it is. Guess we'll side with the cool guys then. Ta-da. I will honor your dead. Bring out your dead. Hello, Shadow Strike targets, anybody? Anybody at home here? Anybody at home in fellow fields? So we have 78% Chaos Rest. That sounds pretty good to me. Bring out your dad. Huh? Oh, shit. There's new rings from these, like, doggies, right? These Chthonian Devourers. This one is for Fizz and Chaos damage though, so not really useful for my character. Unfortunate. It is what it is. Any RPG should be a fantasy about saving the world. Economy just breaks its fantasy. That's why PoE and D4 are very bad RPGs. It doesn't have to be about saving the world necessarily. I do think like there's also room for some like villain arcs in ARPGs. But it should not be a fucking economy arc, like. Eco arc is kind of weird. RPGs should be about like becoming powerful by, you know, getting more skilled by leveling up, by killing enemies for loot. Not by buying stuff in the market, in my opinion. You need money to to save the world. That's what they want you to believe. Gaping Arc. We're playing the ass Gaping Arc character right here. Make Devil's Crossing great again. I mean, the character just stopped caring about Devil's Crossing, I feel like, after Act 1 or 2. I mean, after Act 2, after Cromley, basically, like, the character... Or, okay, there's also the one quest with the food, right? But after that, the character, like, doesn't give a fuck about Devil's Crossing anymore. So no wonder it didn't evolve any further. Why am I not taking damage when standing in RE? Who? Yeah, you're noticing too, right? I think there's some weird bug going on this patch somewhat with like Ravenous Earth. Like, I feel like some models, if you're like point blanking them, like this, they're like not properly taking damage, I feel like. Like if you put the RE like next to them, they take a lot more damage, I think. It's pretty weird. I don't know what's going on here. Like, it didn't used to be like this, at least. Let's say it like that, right? I don't think this is... I mean, maybe it's intended. I don't know. I don't think so, though. Definitely time for some bug reports there and then, like, see whatever crate says to that. The hero in Grim Dawn decides to save Mammoth instead. All those stairs need to be cleansed from Ethereos. The stairs need to be cleansed from their own existence. They need to be put out of their misery. Fucking stairs and GD, man. Yeah, it used to shotgun. Exactly, that's what I'm remembering too. That's why it's kind of like it's performing subpar right now. Like, it should still be good. I mean, damage is also like still kind of fine if you're like... Like, sometimes it works. Like this enemy that got shotgun, right? I think it depends on like which model you're fighting or something, which is also weird. Definitely weird. Okay, Bolvar. Let's not get shotgun by his Chaos Pistols here, and let's not die to that. Oh my god, he's also not getting shotgun properly. Like, all the human models are definitely affected by this. RE is a pretty jank skill overall, yeah. Like the RR on kill is also weird as fuck. Honestly, I don't mind the skill being what it is, but why the fuck is the RR on it? Like, it's the worst place to put any RR. Shit. Like, the damage part is cool and all. Like, if it explodes and like explodes trash and like everything just explodes. But I mean, you don't need RR for that. It's so useless. Like, trash is gonna die either way. Oh well. just like a noob trap in a way. Okay, we got 5 insignias, we've got the farmers, we got the Marketer's remains. We got a seal for the shrine. So we're gonna cleanse the shrine now. And that's it, that's all you have to do here in this Blood Grove. That is all there is.
We speak at last.
There's one item that like adds, I believe, chaos damage to RE, which makes it like purple. But if you use the acid to wit conversion habit, then I think it still stays green. Yeah, I don't know why. Weird. One more jank thing on the list for this guy, I guess. Alright, let's go kick Karos. I mean, Zarya and Karos, rather. Okay. Then I think I'll just call my ISP or something. Before my stream crashes again. Yeah, Zarya is gonna be a bit interesting on this. Because Zarya... Oh shit, I didn't get the Necromancer yet. Okay, let's do that after Zarya. Zarya has... like, she can summon crystals, right? But those crystals are basically vitality immune. So usually on other builds what you can do is, if she summons her crystals, you can just kill the crystals. So you don't get zapped by her. But on this build, you just have to run away from them, so they're not in your range anymore, really. And another way to deal with her is, I guess, to just have like an insane amount of vitality, I mean, chaos resistance rather. We have 78, which is pretty good. Really good, actually. Oh, Seal of Binding. Gimme, gimme. Oh, scrap. Would be great to be able to convert any skill to any damage type, which affects... with effects changing. Yes and no. Oh my god, Ari doesn't hit her properly, so it's gonna take longer to kill her. Yeah, there's already like the fucking crystals. Christ. What is happening here? 10 resistance types for 10 classes. Yep. When you're fighting groups like these, you don't really notice RE not shotgunning properly anymore that badly. But when you're fighting single target, it really hurts. It used to feel so much better for single target in the past. What the fuck? Oh, I still didn't get the amulets, by the way. Okay, let's do it after Carol's then. Oops. Fire Code Lightning might as well recombine that elemental. I mean, most of the time it kinda is effectively. Like, there's many items that just like have elemental resists instead of like single resistances. At least for endgame. Early game, not so much, but later on, yeah. Most of them are combined at this point. Also, there's the one problem with coloring of Chaos and Vitality damage, which are like they have like too similar of a color, in my opinion. Like Bit and Chaos could be like merged to like one color maybe. So like no longer being able to like pop a shotgun here really is annoying. Like what is this shit? I caught shotgun stage 1, right? Like I am hitting him somehow, but it feels like I'm only hitting him with like one projectile or something. It's so weird. I don't get it. Let's see about stage 2. Does he get shotgunned? No. Like whenever you're actually like targeting on the enemy, it like somehow like goes through the enemy. It's so weird, man. I have no idea what's going on here. Like when there's enemies around him, or like when you put it like next to him, right? Then he can get like kind of shotgunned by like multiple projectiles. I mean not all, because it's just so scuffed. Shit skill for shit mastery. It's just bugged in my opinion, like what is this? Please fix, crit. He's clearly floating over them. Intended, I guess, surely. Why the fuck is it not... Like, it's shotgunning trash, but no longer bosses or what? Huh? Makes no sense, man. Alright, time to get my amulets. So, if you're sided with the Necromancers, obviously you cannot farm the one like necromantic like amulet that like usually drops from the Necromancers. However, there's a secret shop over here, right? Which can sell amulets, including the...
Come see what's left of my wares.
Where is it? This one right here. Death Watcher Pendant. This prefix is absolutely not what I want. But it is an amulet. And I guess we could like reform it maybe. How do you reform it? Well, you just reset the game and walk to the vendor again, or you port somewhere else on the map for like around, what was it, like 25, 30 seconds, something like that. And then you can go back there again. Obsidian Stompers is a new item. Oh, this. I thought these only have chaos damage and pierce damage, but they also have bit damage actually. Oh. Could be good. Death's Wade Mark. I mean, it's better than my current item. Current medal. At least. Okay, let's check the vendor again.
Put it to good use.
Goodbye.
Come see what's left of my wares.
Bro,
See you around.
they're still bad. I wonder what, I mean, they have to have changed something so that like RE is not shotgunning the way it used to. I'm not quite sure if it's like hitbox. I mean, it has to be like hitbox rated in some way, right? Either hitbox of the skill itself, or like a skill template, or hitbox of the enemies. I don't know.
Come see what's left of my wares.
Dude, what are these rolls? What are these rolls? What are these rolls, man? Enemies have gotten too slim.
Come see what's left of my wares.
Wait, it's still the same? No, warding of attack. I guess it's fine. Let's play warding of attack. It's Aetheress and offensive ability. That's good enough for now. My Aetheress is taking a big dump though, which is not good. Not good at all. Okay, we can do one thing. The riveting gameplay of vendor farming, yep, exactly. We can do one thing here. We can first of all level up. That's always good, right? Level up. Leveling up is pretty good, I heard.
I am told I can. When the Legion was forced to advance, I've already.
You're here. With the
Now that we leveled up, we can use this instead of the garbage one, finally. And if we had a bit more physique like this, we can use this. And this needs physique, fuck me. How much does it need? 394? Okay, easy. Not even close in any way or form. Okay, I mean, we have terrible elemental rest, right? We can use... I was gonna say we can use hallowed ground, but I don't have a single hallowed ground. How did I not get a single hallowed ground, man? What the fuck, man? What? 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 Wardstone? I mean, yeah. But still not enough. I mean, it is what it is. We'll have to live with it.
Safe with me, promise.
For now. You could also like check out like elemental resistances here. Sailor's Guide. Oh. There we go. Easy. 1 point for 15 in Ulo. Easy clap. Ulo actually useful. Holy shit.
Put it to good use.
Okay, time for component change. Which enemy are we dying to now? World first Ulo gamer. What do I mean? Okay, 77 Eliras is good enough. Okay, this sounds good. And after killing Karos, this is kind of like a good spot to, I think, stop for now. Just handing in the quests here and grabbing the new quests with the ethereal. Do we have to kill? What? I don't have enough seals. I have 2 or 3. Oh my god. Okay, then we're ending just here for the day. Thank you guys for watching.